Hi sweeties, it's Sweet Savant. Thanks so much for joining me today. We're doing a product review of cast iron. We're going to go over some new cast iron, some old cast iron. Make sure you subscribe for great product reviews just like this. I'm always going to give you the honest, good information. Let's jump into it. Alright, we have 4 different brands of cast iron skillets. Most of them are 10-inch skillets, one is an 8-inch skillet. We're going to start with the brand that you probably see most often online, on stores. You can find it so many places. Target, Walmart, like Ace Hardware stores, you can find it. This is Lodge cast iron skillet. This actually I got as a promotional item at an event years ago from it was Tennessee Tourism was doing an event, and they even have like Boy Scout branded ones that you can purchase online off their website. Let's take a good look at the interior right there. The next one, we're going to show you is the Smithey. This is brand new. It is not mine. A friend of mine lent it to me just so I could show it off here. Look at that. This is the 10-inch Smithey. It's 10 inches across the top, 9 across the bottom. Look at that color. It will darken with use. I just wanted to show you brand new what it looks like. We're going to cook a little bit with it today. And then we have some Thrifted. These are from Goodwill. Yeah, I'll show you this one first. This is favorite cast iron company. So you see a couple of different kinds. These were manufactured between 1910 and like 1930s. So this skillet is probably around 100 years old. It was well taken care of. Look at that. There's no rust. And we'll get into the difference between the old skillets and the new skillets. And then I also have this Griswold. Look at that. This is a little bitty one. This is just about 8 inches across the top. Again, that antique, well taken care of, used but not abused. Let's go look at the difference between some of the newer stuff and the older stuff. Now let's look at the skillet, the surface of these skillets. This is the Lodge. You can see it's a little rough, pebbly looking. This is that brand new Smithey. It's smooth. It's got little grooves. Can you see? Little grooves there. And then this is the antique. This is the famous company one, and it is pretty smooth. There's a couple little maybe pits in there with some old knife marks, but nothing that's going to really affect the way that this cooks. Here's that Griswold. You can see that needs a little treatment, so it's getting a little flaky over the years, so we can do a little work on that one. But it's still smoother than the new Lodge one. So Lodge skillets were first made in Tennessee. These are all actually founded in the USA, made in the USA. Lodge cast iron pans are all made in the USA. Their enamel coated cast iron is made in China, but all of the bare cast iron is made here in the USA. Let me get my notes. Let's see, founded in 1896. A 10.5-inch skillet like this one. At this time, it'll run you about $27. Next, we have our Smithey. Again, 10-inch skillet, 9 inches across the bottom, 10 inches across the top. This, here I'll show you the back as well. That's the way it goes. Manufactured in Charleston, South Carolina. There you go. These will run you about, at the time of this filming, about $160. So fairly expensive. And believe me, there are more expensive cast iron skillets you can buy There's a brand called Butter Pat, which is going to be over $200. Phoenix, that's going to be over $200. Really expensive. I have not tried those yet, so I can't really tell you anything about it. It's got holes here and here if you want to hang it on the wall like that. I just can't get over the beautiful color of it. It's gorgeous. Now moving on to our vintage cast iron. This is the, here we go, favorite Piqua cast iron. It's the best to cook in. How do I know that? Well, it says it right on the back. I mean, is it the best? I don't know. It's good though. Look at that. It is lightweight, lighter than say the Lodge. I mean, you can, I'll do a close-up later, but it's much thinner than the newer ones. I mean, the manufacturing was much more by hand, you know, cast and then sanded down and buffed down, but it's a much lighter product than the Lodge. This, like I said, these were manufactured between 1910 and about 1935, originated in Piqua, Ohio. And so here's a better look at that. And just, you know, buttery smooth on the inside. I just love it. And then we have Griswold. Take a look at the back of that one. We have Griswold. These, Griswold manufactured between, say, 1865 and 1957 in Erie, Pennsylvania. So take a look at that. So you can see the difference between the vintage and this is the Piqua, vintage Piqua, and the new cast iron Lodge. The wall here, it's thinner in some places, but it's a little bit uneven. Let's see, I don't know if you can see it. It's thicker up here on the top and then thinner on the towards the bottom. Whereas the Lodge, this got a thicker wall all the way around. You guys take a look at that. But there's a real big difference in the weight of these. But you're going to get a much more uniform product from the newer Lodge, or really any of the newer. This is the newer Smithey. You can see the difference between the thickness of the walls there too. And they also give you some seasoning instructions. And they say, although they've already applied 2 to 3 light layers of seasoning, you're welcome to add more if you like. And then they give you stovetop directions. You know, you bring your Smithies to a scorching temperature and turn on a vent or hood. There you go. Apply shortening of vegetable oil to a folded paper towel. Intermittently rub light layers of oil with paper towel to the skillet's cook surface. Be careful because the skillet is hot. After 5 to 10 minutes of applying oil to the surface, your Smithey surface will turn a deep chocolate color. Ooh, I like a deep chocolate color. And then you allow the skillet to cool. And they also give you directions for seasoning it in the oven. There you go. Preheat the oven to 475. Apply 1 tablespoon of oil over the skillet's entire surface area. We recommend shortening or any high smoke point vegetable oil. Wipe it down, leaving a thin, even layer of oil. And that's the thing, you've got to use a thin layer of oil because that's when your skillet surface will get gummy if you use too much oil when seasoning. And then you put your Smithey in the oven for 1 hour. After an hour, turn the oven off and let your Smithey cool down. Now, I would put it in the oven, you know, turn it upside down, put like a pan with some foil on there underneath just to catch any drips of oil just in case. But that's also going to help keep the oil from pooling inside the pan. And both seasoning methods are good for any kind of cast iron that you have. That's not unique to Smithey. You can use that for reseasoning your Lodge, your antique, if you've gotten them. If you got it from a thrift store, which is where I got mine, I got my vintage, let's call it, cookware from Goodwill. And they cost me maybe about $6 or $7 a piece. Really great. So your Smithey comes with the guarantee. Smithey comes with cleaning and care instructions. And these are good for whatever kind of cast iron you're using. And it recommends lightly scrubbing with warm water, very light. You don't want to, you're not trying to scrape off the seasoning, and you don't want to soak your cast iron ever. You never want to put it in the dishwasher. You lightly wash it and then get it out of there and get it dry right away. So let's get back. It says, we recommend a light scrubbing with warm water to clean your Smithey. To remove stubborn food remnants, use a touch of dish soap and a scouring pad. It is important to thoroughly dry your Smithey after each use. We like to place over a burner for a few minutes to ensure it's dry, then wipe down with a light layer of vegetable oil and store on your range. Do not put your Smithey in the dishwasher or soak in water. Now that goes for all your cast iron. Yes, you heard it here. They say it right here. Lodge says it on their website. You can use dish soap, when you're washing your cast iron. That is a myth that you can't use soap. You don't want to, pour a whole bunch of soap on it. Just a dot. Like, I know if I'm cooking fish, I don't want my next steak or piece of chicken to have any fishy flavor from that oil. So I use a little bit of dish soap and wash it out. It's just that simple. So you just want to be quick about it. Light scrub, a little bit of dish soap, rinse it, dry it, and put it on the burner to just dry it thoroughly, and turn it off, wipe it with a little oil, and you're done. That's it. You're good to go. Those are the basics of the care and keeping of cast iron. For more information about the Smithey, check out this review and demo of the Smithey cast iron. Please subscribe and have a delicious day.